Bill. On Twitter, I'm known as the Berg Beer Snob. This is pretty much my wind down spot, my haven. This is where it all started. I spent my summers working at Sandcastles since I was 16 up until last summer. And there was a buddy of mine down there, and we were into the funky beers, Yingling, whatever. Before we discovered all this interesting craft stuff. And our coworkers will call us beer snobs. And I know that's a divisive term now. It should be more like beer geek. Everyone hates a beer snob. But they called us that, and I was developing this blog before I started. He says, you should call yourself the beer snob. Yeah, and write about it. So that's what I did. So in September of 2011, I started reviewing beers, writing about beer news, using what I learned in my journalism classes at Slippery Rock. The way I do it is I first look at it. I've obviously drank some of it. You'll notice the color and the haziness. This is also a bad glass for this because it's kind of frosted, but you try to smell it. A lot of citrus, very orangey, kind of lemony. There's also a lot of wheat, and to me, wheat is it smells and tastes a bit sour. There's a little bit of yeast to it, a little bit of malt in this beer. There's not a lot. And next, obviously, is the actual taste. On a summer day years ago at Kennywood, I don't drink pop anymore. When I did, I developed this way of moving drinks over your tongue. With the bubbles in a drink like this, a sip is in 3 phases for me. So you take it in, you hold it, and let it drift proportionally across your tongue before you swallow it. You taste it on the front. Usually a lot of sweet stuff happens on the front of your tongue. Let it glide across, and on the back you'll get a little more bitter stuff. There's not a lot of hops in this beer. It's more it's an American pale wheat ale, so there's a touch of paleness on the finish of the beer as it goes down. Sometimes I like a beer carbonated, some people don't. I like a lot of carbonation and mouthfeel. And mostly you get that in a bottled beer as opposed to draft, but it depends. That's basically what I do.